This girl's been leading me on. Well, I saw her at a party and I went to go talk to her, obviously, but then another dude walks up to her like he really knows her, and guys, you will not believe the interaction that follows. Let me tell you exactly what happened.
Yo, what's up, guys? Look, I've never really posted something like this before, but man, I'm feeling all types of messed up and need some advice. So a couple of months ago, I met this girl, let's call her Sam, at this party. I was just chillin', doing my thing, when she walks in and yo, she was fine. Like drop-dead gorgeous. We hit it off almost immediately, and you know, that electric feeling when you vibe with somebody, yeah, it was like that. But here's where things get dicey. Right after the night, I hit her up, and for some reason she takes days to reply, like I'm not the clingy type or anything, but a 4-day gap? Come on. And when she finally replied, it was always some vague excuse like, oh, I was busy, sorry, I totally missed your message. But every time I thought about cutting her off, she'd hit me up out of nowhere and act super into me. And man, those times were great. She would be all flirty and we'd hang out and everything felt right again. But then, just as fast as she came back, she would vanish again, like ghosting for a week. Only to send a meme or some crap acting like everything's cool. It's like she only hits me up when she wants to. I tried talking to my bros about it and they're divided. Some say that she's just not that into me and is playing games, but others think maybe she's got a lot going on. I even thought about it and maybe she's going through some personal stuff, but it's hard to give her the benefit of the doubt when she posts stories of her out with her friends. Clearly having a good time, but then again, maybe she's just not ready for something serious and is scared of getting close. Ugh, I don't know what to do. The other day was the last straw, though. We made plans, right? And I was hyped up. I got dressed up real nice, even bought some new shoes. I waited at the spot we were supposed to meet. Guess what? No show. No call. Nothing. Not even a text. I felt like a damn fool, and I ended up just hanging out alone, trying not to feel like crap. Then, hours later, she texts me with some lame excuse like, I don't know, oh, I'm so sorry, something came up. No details, no real apology, nothing. So now I'm stuck in this weird limbo. Do I give her another shot, hoping that she'll be different, or do I just cut my losses and move on? It's messing with my head, and honestly, I don't know if I'm overthinking this whole thing, or if I should trust my gut feeling that something's off. Update number 1. Yo, it's me again. Thanks to everybody who gave me advice last time. Crap's gotten even crazier since, and I need some more input. So after my last post, I decided I needed to have a heart-to-heart with Sam. I didn't want to be stuck in this weird maybe dating, maybe into limbo thing. I hit her up and was like, hey, we need to talk. Surprisingly, she agreed, and we met up at this little low-key cafe downtown. The convo started kinda awkward, I won't lie, I was nervous. But I mustered up the courage and asked her straight away, what are we? She looked taken aback and stared at me for a good moment, and then she sighed and said, I really like you, but I've been hurt before. It's hard for me to trust. Oh, I mean, I kinda felt that. We all got baggage, right? So I look up to her and say, look, if we're gonna do this, we need to be on the same page. She nodded and said she understood, but by the end of our talk, I genuinely thought that we had something solid, like, I left the cafe thinking, damn, I think we're officially dating now. But man, the universe loves playing games with me. It's been 3 weeks since that talk, and honestly, she's still acting weird, like we hang out, it feels good, but then there's days that she's just distant again. Ghosting my messages or replying with one-word answers, it's like a cafe talk never even happened. One night, we were out with a group of friends and somebody asked, so, yeah, you two are an item, right? You're dating? She hesitated and she laughed it off and said, we're just having fun. My heart dropped. I tried to play it cool, but inside I was like, we're just having fun. What? I've tried to get her to open up more, but it's like trying to crack open a vault, and it's messing with my self-esteem. Like, am I not good enough? Am I missing something? My bros have noticed I'm not myself lately. They're telling me to cut her out, that she's playing games, but then there's that tiny voice in my head saying maybe she's just going through the same crap and needs time. Well, the other night I saw her at a party, and she was super close with some other dude. I tried not to be the jealous type, but seeing her laugh, flirt, while she's still distant with me, it hurt. I left the party early and she didn't even notice. So here I am, back where I started, but even more confused. I want to confront her, but I'm even more confused. I want to confront her, yes, but I'm scared what I might find out. Should I stick it out, hoping she'll come around, or do I need to just face the fact that she might not be as into this as I am? Update number 2. Hey guys, I'm back. Honestly, wish I was coming with some good news, but crap hit the fan in ways I never thought it could. Buckle up, cause this is a wild one. Since my last post, I've been in this headspace of, do I trust her? Am I being played? You know that gut feeling that something's off, or I would say maybe red flag, red flag, red flag? Well, that's been my every damn day. Sam kept distance, and there's been moments where she'd act super into me, making me think this is all in my head, but last week I found out some crap that made everything crystal clear. I was chilling with my friend Jake, and he casually mentioned seeing Sam at the bar the previous weekend with another guy. Being all touchy-feely, right? Jake assumed that I knew, since in his words, "Oh man, I thought y'all were just like casual, bro." My heart was racing, and I played it cool, didn't want Jake to see how much it affected me, but inside I was boiling. That night, my mind went into 1,000,000 miles a minute. Was she seeing other guys this whole time? Was I just an option? I felt used, humiliated, but rather than losing my cool, I decided to find out the truth. I reached out to a few friends, kinda did my own little investigation, and found out Sam's been hanging with at least 2 other dudes, acting all coupley, and here I was, thinking we had something real. The anger and betrayal built up, and I wanted to confront her, but a big part of me wanted revenge. Petty, maybe, but after everything, I felt it was justified. I wanted her to feel what I felt. So here's the game plan, right? I'm close with her best friend, Mia. Mia always has been straight up with me, even hinted before that Sam might not be good for me. Well, Mia is having a massive party next week. I knew Sam would be there, and I also knew those other guys that she's been seeing would be there too. With Mia's help, I'm going to invite all the guys that she's been playing and expose her in front of everybody. Petty? Hell yeah. But I want her to realize she can't play with people's feelings and emotions and get away with it. Revenge. Look, I've never been that revenge type. A part of me's scared this could blow up in my face, but another part, that part wants a bit of justice. I've spent months believing in something that was never real, and if I'm being honest, it's not even about Sam anymore. It's about standing up for myself and not letting somebody walk all over me. Is this too much? My bros are a bit divided on that. Some are saying go for it, while others think I'm going way too far. I don't want to be that guy, but I'm tired of being played. I'm so lost right now. Update number 3. Yo, guys, it's me. The moment of truth, right? Thanks to everybody who's been with me on this wild journey, I'm still trying to process everything that went down, so here's what happened. Mia's party was lit. The whole place was buzzing, music pumping, everybody in a good mood. I had butterflies the entire time, waiting for the right moment. I saw Sam when I entered, laughing and chit-chatting with some buddies. She waved at me, hello, acting like everything was okay. But I just nodded and kept my distance, had to stick to the game plan. As the night surpassed, I spotted the other dudes that she's been seeing. They were clueless, each thinking that they were her main guy. With a deep breath and a nod from Mia, I knew that it was time. I asked the DJ to cut the music for a second and took the microphone. My heart was pounding. I swear the entire room could hear it. Hey everyone, I hope you're having a good time. So I've got a little game. If you've been seeing Sam over the past couple of months thinking that you were her, only guy, stand up. The room went silent. One by one, 3 guys stood up, including me. The look on their faces were a mix of confusion and realization. Sam's face turned to a ghost white. Her friend whispered among themselves, and I could feel everybody's eyes darting between us, waiting for the drama to finally unfold. Sam stormed up to me, yelling, asking what the hell I was doing. So I looked her in the eyes, trying to stay calm. Oh, honey buns. Just, thought everybody should know the truth. Well, things got heated. Some of Sam's friends defended her, while others seemed just as shocked, but most were just watching, eager for the drama. After a lot of shouting and finger-pointing, Mia stepped in and asked Sam to leave because the aftermath was, intense. As you could probably imagine, people were split. Some said I went way too far, publicly embarrassing her for flirting. Others said that she had it coming and I was obviously being led on for a relationship that was never going to come. As for the other guys, we all had a chat, and honestly, we're cool with each other. No hard feelings. We were all played. After now, here's where I'm at. I don't regret doing it. For the first time in months, I felt like I took control of the situation. And I can't believe I'm saying this, I kinda feel bad. I mean, she messed up big time, but did she deserve to be humiliated in front of everyone? She's been blowing up my phone with messages, angry, tearful, you name it, but I have not replied. I've decided. It's my time to cut her off. So here's my final question. Am I the a-hole for going through with my plan? I did what I felt was right in the moment, but now I'm second-guessing myself. Either way, thanks to everybody who's been with me on this ride. It's been something. Comment number 1 from the stories. Man, this hits close to home. Had a similar experience with a girl I was talking to for months. Kept feeling like something was off, and in the end found out that she was seeing, multiple guys. Felt like a complete fool. Can't blame OP at all for wanting some clarity. Definitely not the a-hole. Comment number 2. I get the hurt and the urge to do something, but public humiliation, bro, that's too far. Even if she was in the wrong, could have confronted her privately or among the guys that she was playing. Doing so at the party with everybody watching just seems a bit excessive. Sorry, OP, you're the a-hole. Final comment. Honestly, OP, should have seen the signs way earlier, dude. Always trust your gut and listen to your friends when they try to warn you, but that being said, what Sam did was messed up. Leading on multiple guys is not cool at all. Sounds like she's been doing this for a while. Don't feel too bad. OP, you're not the a-hole here. I hope you find somebody better.
Alright, so the biggest question of today's first story of the video is, did OP go too far by inviting all of the guys that, OP's supposed significant other was going to talk to, and try to make a big debacle and a big mess and embarrass her? So did OP go too far, which would label him as today's a-hole? Let me know. Most of the comments said OP is not the a-hole, but I do want to hear from you guys. We also have another story we're going to jump into, story number 2, and the title is, Am I the A-hole? For exposing my boss, because let me tell you right now, this man is shady.
Let me preface this by saying I'm not usually the kind of person who vents online, but holy guacamole, I just can't keep this inside anymore, so strap in, because this has been brewing for a minute. I'm a 31-year-old gal who's been working for this software company for the past 6 years. You'd think that after long I'd have some level of seniority, or at least some respect, right? No. The crux of my issue is Mr. Patrick Blake, or as I like to call him behind his back, PB, like peanut butter without the charm. Now, I don't want to come off as whiny, but PB, he's a piece of work. I've never seen a grown man throw so much tantrums. This man's emotional range swings like a pendulum on Red Bull. One day he's buying everybody lunch, acting like he's the world's best boss. And the next he's yelling at Karen from accounting because she did not sort the paperwork in, quote, rainbow order, I kid you not. Before anybody jumps on me, yeah, I've tried speaking to HR multiple times, but let me spill some tea here. HR and PB, well, they go together pretty well. I'm pretty sure they go way back. College buddies, something. Every complaint seems to magically disappear, and those who complain too loudly, they soon find themselves looking for unemployment. Wow. My breaking point came last Wednesday. I'd stayed up late working on a project, 2 a.m. kinda late. Got myself a solid 4 hours of sleep. Fueled up on coffee, and still managed to get to work by 8:30. I was proud of the project. My team and I poured our hearts and souls into it. But as I clicked through the presentation, PB's face went from disinterested to absolutely disgusted. He stopped me mid-sentence, loudly cleared his throat, and in front of everybody said, "This is the most amateur work I've seen. Were you even trying?" I swear I saw red. Not just because he insulted me right there at work. No, not because of that, but because he did it in front of everyone. That's not even the worst part. After the meeting, Jenny, my coworker, told me PB had been showing off a presentation to some investors earlier that week. Guess what? It was my presentation. Only difference? He changed the title slide to have his name on it, and my blood boiled. I wish I could say I confronted him right then and there, gave him a piece of my mind, or dramatically quit, but I did not. Instead, I took an early lunch, cried in my vehicle, and ate the soggiest sandwich of my life. I've been stewing over this for days now. Part of me wants to stand up to PB, shout from the rooftops about his unethical ways, and drag his name through the mud. But another part of me, the part that, well, has bills to pay and a life to live, knows that might just be a career killer. So here I am, internet strangers, trying to make sense of this madness. Update number 1. Hey everybody, it's me, the lucky employee of PB, the boss from hell. First, thank you for the flood of support and advice from my last post. Seriously, like for real. Reading through all of this in your comments has helped me keep my sanity, and even gave me some courage, but oh my gosh, y'all will not believe what's going down in the past 2 weeks. Brace yourselves. So after the PB fiasco, I decided to lay low for a bit. No point in drawing attention when I'm ready on his radar, right? I continued to do my work, avoided PB as much as possible, and spent my free time job hunting, because there's no way I'm sticking around for the long run. But then something unexpected happened. I'd been given access to the company's old servers because they wanted me to go ahead and retrieve a few archived data for a client. Kinda mundane work, but it beat having to interact with PB. So I took it out on without complaint, and I'm scrolling through the folders when I stumble upon a file named PB Personal. Curiosity killed the cat. Would you not peek at it? I clicked it. Inside was a treasure trove of, weirdness. There were scanned copies of some super official-looking documents and a ton of emails saved as PDFs, and even voice recordings. Now, I know I probably should not have clicked it and just closed it there, but hey, after what he did with my presentation, I felt like the universe owed me this. I spent the next hours secretly going through the stash. Well, the emails? What are they? They were between PB and various other high-level executives in competing companies, and guess what? They were discussing a shady deal. Under the table, of course. And even plans to drive some of our smaller competitors out of business. But the juiciest find was no doubt the voice recordings. One in particular made my jaw drop. It was a conversation between PB and our HR head honcho. PB was basically persuading HR to ignore any complaints about him, hinting at some big secret that he had on the HR guy that would ruin his life as he knew it. I could not believe what I was hearing. It wasn't just about a crappy boss. PB was involved in some full-blown corporate espionage. And with that recording, it was clear he was blackmailing HR. It all made sense now. I quickly made copies of everything, saved them on my personal drive, and left no trace of my snooping. Paranoid, definitely, but hey, I've seen enough movies to know you don't leave digital footprints. Now, I'm in a dilemma. This is way bigger than a stolen presentation. This is the kind of stuff that could bring the entire company crashing down. Part of me thinks I should just anonymously leak it, let the world know who PB really is. But then, there's the more cautious side of me that's terrified of what PB might do if he ever found out I was behind the expose. And there's another wrinkle in all this. Jenny, my coworker, she's been acting super weird lately. She's been very hush-hush about something, and even tried to warn me to, quote, stay out of things that don't concern me. I have no idea if she's involved or if she's just scared like me. I don't know. So, internet, I'm at a crossroads. I've got a ticking time bomb in my hands. Do I detonate and hope for the best, or keep the secret and try to get out of this company ASAP? Let me know exactly what you would do. Update number 2. Hey guys, it's your girl back with another update on the PB saga, and holy moly, no guacamole, it's been a wild 2 weeks. I swear my life feels like it's straight out of a telenovela. After finding out all the dirt on PB and HR, I knew I had to play my cards right. I mean, just thinking about confronting PB made my stomach churn. But I remembered all the support you've given me and decided it's time to stand up for myself and everybody else that he'd bullied. First thing I did, started job hunting like a mad woman. I polished up my resume, networked like a boss, and even managed to score a couple of interviews. I was not about to drop a bomb at work without having a backup plan, you know. Then the moment of reckoning came. Our company was holding a big annual corporate meeting with all the bigwigs, stakeholders, and most of the employees present. I knew that if I was going to spill the beans, this was the time. I waited for the QA section, heart pounding, and as soon as they called for questions, I shot my hand up and grabbed the mic. Before PB could stop me, I started. I have some concerns about the integrity of our leadership. You could have heard a pin drop. I presented a summarized version of what I found. The shady deals, the emails, the blackmailing of HR, everything. The room, total chaos. You could see jaws dropping left and right, and OPB, he looked like he had seen a ghost. His face went pale white to tomato red in a matter of seconds. It could not have been healthy. People started murmuring, asking questions, demanding answers, and the head of the board asked me to share my evidence. And let's just say, thank goodness for cloud storage. Bada bing, bada boom. I played the recording of PB and HR's conversation when PB's voice echoed in the silent room. Admitting to his blackmail, his fate was sealed. The meeting was abruptly adjourned, and there was whispers everywhere. I won't lie, it felt damn good. Like a massive weight had been lifted off my shoulders, but as expected, there were consequences. The next day, an emergency board meeting was called, and PB was given the boot. HR head honcho? Well, he resigned before they could fire him, of course, but I, on the other hand, was called into a meeting with the remaining higher-ups. They thanked me for bringing the matter to their attention, but also told me, in the nicest way possible, that it might be best if I moved on from the company. I wasn't surprised, to be honest. I mean, no matter how justified, I still rock the boat. But here's the silver lining. One of the companies I interviewed with offered me a position. It's a step up from my current role with better pay, and I guess the universe really does have a way of balancing things out. Jenny approached me later looking relieved, and turns out she'd known about PB's shady deals and had been trying to gather evidence herself. She'd been weary of me because she wasn't sure whose side I was on. We shared a nice little hug, and she whispered, "You did so good." So, now, here I am. I'm about to start a new chapter in a new company, leaving behind a workplace that's now in total chaos, but hey, I can hold my head up high knowing I did the right thing. Anyways, thanks guys, that's probably it. Update number 3. Hey everyone, it's me again bringing you the last chapter of this journey. Can you believe it's been a month since that day? Time really flies by when your life is turned upside down, huh? Firstly, let me just say I'm loving my new job. The people here are genuinely amazing, the work environment is a breath of fresh air, and guess what? My boss is an actual human being who respects his employees. It's like I've entered an alternate universe, but here's where things get wild. Word travels fast in our industry, and when I first walked into the office, I was met with a mix of curious glances and hushed whispers. By lunchtime, I realized everybody knew about the PB incident. A coworker, Mark, approached me and said, "Hey, you the one who took down PB, right?" Before I could even muster an answer, he added, "Don't you worry, mad respect." And pretty much set the tone for my first week. Not gonna lie, it was a little overwhelming at first, but the unexpected upside, it made breaking the ice with my colleagues a heck of a lot easier. I mean, it's not every day you start a job as a minor local legend. People wanted to hear the story from the horse's mouth. And I found myself retelling the tale in various break rooms day after day during coffee runs and at work drink dinners. I don't know, with each telling, I felt more and more validated in my action. Now, let me go ahead and tell you about PB. Oh boy, has karma came around in full swing. Last I heard, his name had been blacklisted in the industry. Nobody, and I mean nobody, wants to hire the guy who's notorious for shady dealings and blackmail. Word around town is he's lucky he didn't go to jail. The whispers has been saying that he's trying to set up his own little business, but with his reputation in tatters, even that's proving to be an uphill battle. More like a war. Oh, and remember Jenny? We've kept in touch, and she's told me that the old company is undergoing a total revamp. They're working hard to rebuild trust, but within the teams and with the clients, and she's also mentioned that they've brought in counselors to help employees cope with the fallout, which, well, I genuinely think that's a good move. Now, as I sit here sipping on a cup of coffee in my new office, which is an actual window, by the way, I can't help but reflect on everything I do wonder, though. Despite the overwhelming support I've received, there is those who think I went a bit too far. I mean, I did blow the whistle in the most public way possible. It's a thought that's been nibbling at the back of my mind, so here's where I turn it over to you, my trusted internet fam. Given everything that's transpired, the chaos left in my wake, and the new start I found, am I the a-hole for outing PB the way that I did? Comment number 1 from the Post. Damn, OP. That took some serious guts to stand up to PB and in front of the whole corporate gang. Mad respect. You're the kind of person I'd want in my corner any day. Definitely not the a-hole. Comment number 2. LOL. Can we talk about how PB's career imploded? Man, had it coming big time. Love to see when karma works its magic. He'll think twice before pulling stunts in the future. Bravo, OP. Final comment. Honestly, shocked that the company let you go after you exposed their dirty mess. I don't know, seems backwards to fire the whistleblower, but hey, sounds like it was a blessing in disguise. Glad you landed on your feet like a cat and found a better gig. The universe has a funny way of working things out, doesn't it?
So that one comment that mentioned how they're shocked how the place would fire OP knowing that OP was the whistleblower, I have not thought of that, and honestly that makes a lot of sense. Why would the company go and fire OP? It would just make them look even worse for exposing the problems that were within the company. Either way, it doesn't really matter because it worked out really well for OP, and OP was able to get into a new, better job and was kind of a local legend. Let me know your thoughts about this. If you guys have ever had a similar work experience or a boss or just anybody that's ruined your day at work, let me know your story. Drop it downstairs in our comment section. Guys, my name is Mr. Reddito. I narrate revenge stories every single day, and this is Mr. Reddito's Revenge, where every single story has a little bit of drama and revenge. Go ahead and click that subscribe button. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and just remember, it's cool to be kind. Peace.